There are so many independent blockchains in operation today. However, sadly, most of these networks operate like secluded islands, in that most have no way to communicate data or value between networks. Now, ThorChain is a first of its kind decentralized exchange allowing crypto trading between assets on different blockchains. ThorChain's development team created the platform with the goal to power the next generation of cross-chain decentralized exchanges. In the middle of the bear market, ThorChain has delivered several key features and has more on the way. ThorChain is preparing now to be fully ready for the next bull market with fee reductions and network resilience improvements. Now, alone in the last 6 months, BTC savings was filed, POL, which stands for Protocol Owned Liquidity, was activated, lending development was completed, which will complete the trifecta of swap, save and lend. BSC chain Binance integration is ready, and the new feature called streaming swaps that will allow cheap whale swaps is about to be launched. It has in effect been a huge previous months for the ThorChain. So in today's video, I want to give you some insight on ThorChain and some latest news and why I believe that you should remain optimistic in 2023 and beyond. Furthermore, we will also look at some future price predictions up to 2025. But before we start, I want to welcome you to Crypto Never Sleeps. Now, in case you're new to crypto, well, then let me start off with the obvious. I know it can be a bit overwhelming. But don't you worry, if you already made it to this video here on my channel, allow me to congratulate you, because you are on the path to become among the top 1%. Because it is truly with great conviction and hard work that I try to provide you top quality coins, just like ThorChain RUNE, which is currently trading at 90% below its all-time highs. So please do me a favor, hit the like, subscribe to the channel, join the live streams when they're on so that you can become among the top 1%. My name is Nico Harachi and I'm the host of Crypto Never Sleeps. The live RUNE price today is trading at $1.98 and the current coin market cap ranking is number 50 with a live market cap of almost $700 million, trading at 90.5% below its all-time high, which was recorded on May the 19th, 2021. So this could potentially generate about 1000% return on investment if it's going to hit its previous all-time high. Now just remember, it is important that you do your own research because this is not financial advice. As you might know, I don't know shit about crypto. ThorChain is a multi-currency protocol with cross-chain architecture that allows users to exchange tokens from various networks with other tokens that do not belong to the same network. ThorChain is a network that facilitates native asset settlement between Bitcoin, Ethereum, BNB Chain, Avalanche, Cosmos Hub, Dogecoin, Bitcoin Cash, and Litecoin. Cryptocurrency investors currently rely on decentralized exchanges for swapping their cryptos. For instance, swapping between Bitcoin and Ethereum. However, while native networks, they cannot enable this operation. ThorChain, however, resolves this issue by creating an interoperable environment that allows users to directly exchange different cryptos without ever leaving the protocol and without the need for intermediaries. You see, the main goal of the project is to bring more liquidity to all supported cryptocurrencies as opposed to illiquid and fragmented markets of buyers and sellers who would like to exchange different types or different cryptos without central authorities. So how does it work? Well, in order to enable cross-chain exchanging of non-native tokens, ThorChain adapts a protocol that the Bancor decentralized exchange uses called continuous lending pools. Now, all supported cryptocurrency that are not native to the network are deposited into liquidity pools together with the native token RUNE. So when a user initiates a trade, let's say on an exchange between two non-native assets, the system automatically exchanges one token for RUNE, then exchanges RUNE for the other token. Essentially, double swapping with instant execution is what enables non-custodial exchanges on the ThorChain protocol. Now let's go over some recent news. BNB Smart Chain has been successfully added to ThorChain. BNB and BEP20 assets are immediately available for all users in order to provide liquidity and swap. The BNB Beacon chain and the BEP2 assets like BUSD, even though BUSD is going to be not among us anymore. However, they have been available on ThorChain since the genesis of the network. Single chain ChaosNet, the precursor to ThorChain mainnet, operated entirely using the BEP2 assets. However, now ThorChain has expanded its support for BNB chain through BNB Smart Chain and BEP20 assets. Lending has been activated on ThorChain, so users they can now lend their native layer 1 assets, BTC and Ethereum for example, to ThorChain and borrow a USD denominated debt with no liquidations, no interest and no expiration. Loans are issued with a collateralization ratio that determines how much debt the borrower receives in proportion to their collateral. And this can range anywhere from between 200 to 500% depending obviously on the market conditions. So the debt is denominated in Thor, which is a USD equivalent, and the debt can be repaid in any ThorChain supported assets, including stablecoins. So loans, they have a minimum period of 30 days. Borrowers, they can repay their debt at any time after 30 days and receive their collateral back. Now, partial repayments are, of course, also possible. However, the collateral is not released until the debt is fully repaid. Lending will initially be available for ETH and BTC collateral. Lending will soon, however, be open to all Layer 1 assets supported on ThorChain, BNB, BCH, LTC, Atom, AVAX, and Doge. Furthermore, a new type of swap has been activated on ThorChain called streaming swaps, allowing patient swappers to get better price execution by splitting large transactions into sub-swaps. So swappers will now have the choice between time-optimized or price-optimized swaps. So what is the user impact of these streaming swaps? Well, the streaming swaps should make it more viable in order to execute larger trades on ThorChain. Slip-based fees are an innovation that allows ThorChain to protect itself from asset price manipulation, but are a point of friction to swappers that want to trade large amounts. So as a result, the largest trades are pushed off ThorChain onto centralized exchanges where they can pay the lowest fees. So with the move to streaming swaps, the largest swappers can pay as low as 5 basis points in liquidity fees to the protocol, making ThorChain a much more attractive venue for the largest on-chain traders. So with the streaming swaps, ThorChain is setting out to achieve swaps with real layer 1 assets, including Bitcoin, entirely transparent on-chain, open source, and with no oracles or other third-party dependencies, with secured and highly liquid synthetic assets for faster finality, and finally at the best price execution for almost any trade size. Next piece of news, Unison integrates ThorChain as a swap provider, giving its users access to trade native Bitcoin cross-chain. ThorChain has devised an exceptionally refined solution that has proven resilient against the trials of time and fluctuations in market conditions, facilitating decentralized liquidity for assets on non-programmable chains. This is a quote from Martin Grenstrom, who is the CTO of Unison. And this has made ThorChain the obvious selection for empowering trades on the Unison Trade platform. So Unison, they have added ThorChain as a swap provider to their exchange aggregator, which uses a variety of liquidity sources in order to provide the most in-demand trade routes with the best price execution. So with ThorChain users of Unison, they now have access to trade native unwrapped Bitcoin from self-custody. So far, Unison has 2 swap routes enabled, and that is BTC to ETH and BTC to AVAX. Finally, before we end, let's look at some future price predictions and see what the sentiment is like. And the first price prediction comes from Trading Beasts, and they believe we're going to see a high in 2024 of $3.26 and $4.20 in 2025. Now the second one comes from digitalcoin.com, and they predict that the price will hit $5.13 in 2024 and $7.21 in 2025. And before we end, my 2 cents on the dollar. Well, I think that ThorChain RUNE, both the coin and the protocol, is a project that is almost a must-have in your portfolio. Very excited, especially I was during 2020 and 2021. Then of course it's been a little bit quiet within the, let's say, the cryptocurrency industry. But I believe that ThorChain can become an essential market leader, especially when it comes of cross-chain liquidity. We are holding, or Betty is holding, the RUNE token in her portfolio and intend to hold it for much longer. Lots of luck to ThorChain RUNE, and let me know what you think about it. And in case this video brought you any kind of value, then do me a favor, hit like, smash some subscribe, come join the live streams when they're on. And other than that, stay safe, stay home, don't think, because you know it can cause depression. And finally, God bless America.